game is about to start back up for Pr0tato Gaming Baked. That was, what was your name one more time?
Lucas Zoldak Jordan.
Lucas Zoldak Jordan. All right. Thank you, Lucas Zoldak Jordan. From Annie's Tea Party. And we are back. Kreklos here on Pantheon. And once again, it looks like the Adonis is definitely still able to put down a little bit of a hurt. He's a very strong champion, actually, to go against solo. Oh my goodness. Too funny. He thought he had the damage, and then he started walking away, and then the golem started healing, so he had to hit him with 2 more spells. So, not really a whole lot lost, but always funny to, always fun to watch those. Corky indeed with the rocket in his pocket. This is like the perfect matchup if we're gonna go for jokes from Tristana. I don't know if Busta Kappa can hear me, but he should definitely do a joke taunt. Just because it's hilarious. Yeah, they're very... Lose Lesser flashes forward with the Tibbers and does not get the stun onto Jace. That is, that's a big cooldown to not use up there. But you know what? They're he's just gonna play with his bear. Looks like they do have him cut off a little bit. Not sure if Kreklos has quite enough damage to come in. Kreklos does fall to Annie. Annie just has too much burst damage. And actually, it's going to be the Adonis that picks up the kill. Adonis picking up the double buffs. That's going to be a really big pain for Wukong if he decides to go back into the top lane. You can definitely see the 107 to 65 CS difference. Now, Wukong is personally one of my favorite champions, but I really like to play him jungle myself because he does have he's a really good ganker with just a lot of surprise techniques, a lot of, I mean, he's a monkey, so he's like the definition of a troll. Jaskin going down. We get a ult from Fizz going on. Just chaos going on here. Looks like Annie's going to fall. Trundle's going to fall. And Fizz are all going to fall to the Godfather's crew. That was a very good turnaround, actually bringing them back a little bit. That is going to be a lot of pressure coming back for the Godfather's crew. It is currently 99 or 9-9. There's only a 3K difference. At this point in the game, I mean, they just showed that they could win a fight. I'm not sure. Now it looks like they were on Pr0tato Gaming Baked's side actually sitting on a lot of gold because you can tell that because they all have really low gold right now. Meaning that they just spent it. It looks like Annie's definitely trying to save up. My guess would be for a large rod. Try to get some extra damage because it's Annie. You really just want to get some extra burst. Whether she's going to go the Zanya's Hourglass or the Rabadon's Death Cap is going to be kind of personal preference. We see a little bit of a dancing back and forth. Nothing really going to come out of it. It is a 3-on-3 in the back lane. The bottom lane with Jaskin pulling up on the side. Lose Lesser also pulling back on the side, possibly bringing this to a 4v4, which is not ideal for the Godfather's crew because they're leading a Wukong who is severely behind against a Trundle who is one of the best solo players in the game. There is going to go a fight down. Tristana, or Fizz does get out and stunned as the teleport ends. They're going to try and capitalize. I don't think they're going to be able to catch anything. But that was definitely an advantageous split for Pr0tato Gaming Baked. They knew that they had the 1v1 advantage right there, and all they had to do was not lose a fight. And you know, they didn't lose Tristana. Tristana's a very hard champion to lock down. So that was a really good job of them to get out safely and just kind of make sure that they were securing that advantage in the top lane. Currently 11-10 with Pr0tato Gaming Baked in the lead. Jaskin currently wielding the infamous double buffs. Now, this is another surprising thing also, is when you have a champion as good as Jace, who's really fed. He is currently 6 for 1. That's really good for your team because that possibly means that he can come back and carry for you if you keep him alive in team fights. Now, generally you want that to be your AD carry, and their AD carry is not doing bad. He is 2 for 1. He actually has 300 more gold than the enemy Tristana on Pr0tato Gaming Baked's side. But at the same time, Pr0tato Gaming Baked does have their gold split a lot more evenly across the team. See, they do have 3 towers to 0 towers to the Godfather's crew, so that's going to be where a lot of the goal difference is coming in. Definitely seeing a little bit of some pressure coming down from Pr0tato Gaming Baked. Still very comfortable. He did stop that with a Jana Tornado. Walks to the side. Very good ultimate from Leona coming back. Jaskin's not entirely sure what to do, and Kreklos does fall. Tristana follows up. They get 3. That is an advantage of 3. They are going to be able to take a dragon with that. There's no way that the Godfather's crew is going to be able to take that, except they turn around. They start going for J-Dub on Wukong. He does get trapped by the Adonis, and they are, instead of going for dragon, they're just going to take the mid tower and possibly go back for dragon or continue to push the mid lane. Now, in my opinion, it would be a smarter idea to go back for the dragon, but you know, it just depends on your personal preference. If you want to keep trying to pressure, keep trying to get more advantage, they do kind of realize that all the enemy team is coming back up. They're not going to be able to take as much of an advantage as they wanted. Tristan is just going to jump over the wall, go ham, start just murdering dragon, basically. They do have really, really good vision control. I'm really impressed by not so much a... Actually, yeah, they are kind of pulling a little bit of the same triangle method that Annie's Tea Party was successfully winning their zone coverage with. Walking right past, all of them walk right past the enemy pink ward, but it looks like it's just because they're probably trying to just go for the turret. Pr0tato Gaming Baked probably knew where they were anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. They are going to pick up a mid turret for it. And you know, worst comes to worst, if they want to ignore it, they can always come back and get it later because it's a pink ward and it will be there. Actually, it looks like they did go back and clear it. Some must have been watching the tower fall. Someone must have gone back and picked that up. Pr0tato Gaming Bake gonna pick up some buffs. I'm not sure if he's trying to give that to Smushy right now. I guess he does have a little bit of a damage over time, kind of a bleed effect on his on one of his abilities. And so I guess that would help secure any close calls a little bit. Personally, I would try to put that on Tristana just because she has the most attack speed and she can get the most stacks of that red puff repeating and repeating. Kreckles does actually manage to take that bottom tower, and Pr0tato Gaming Baked is moving toward the bot lane. I don't know if they're going to try and pick him off or if they're just a little bit late. They do get a great initiation onto Corki there. Great initiation by a Lose Lesser. They saw him coming up. They just waited for him and just nailed him. And, you know, there wasn't anything much Corki could do about that. So that's what happens when you have a really fed Annie, is she just blows people up, frankly. He didn't even need to pop his Deathfire Grasp in that situation. Probably going to try to save that for a fight. Annie is coming around from the back. They are going to get a good stun onto Kreklis. However, Jaskin is going to turn around, go on to Loose Lesser. They're putting all of their damage onto him. Very good choice for putting that on. Are they going to be able to pull it out? Jaskin getting away with no health. Is he going to get away? Is he going to go away? He gets stunned under turret by Fizz. Fizz falls to the turret. He wasn't able to secure that kill. He was 50 HP away. That was so close. Let's go ahead and jump back, see the replay of just exactly what happened there. So I'm gonna actually play this just in slow motion. Like I said, they see that Annie's a little bit apart. They just put all their damage onto him. Everybody else is coming from the side. Diana's a little bit far back, but they're gonna be able to get it. Now they start going for Jaskin. Jaskin is like, oh, hell no, I'm going to get back a little bit. Because Jaskin can kind of do a little bit of a pretty solid damage from behind. And Fizz is just like, I really, really want this Jaskin. If he had his Urchin strike up, but he ends up getting stunned as it comes up. He decides that he's not going to be able to get it. He is turning around, though. He could have gotten him right there. Jaskin could have fell, but he was trying to survive. You know, it's understandable. Kind of stuff can definitely happen. I'm going to fast forward. It is currently a 38.3 to 34K, 34.5K difference there. Pr0tato Gaming Bake certainly keeping their lead. Gonna try to push out that mid lane a little bit. Once again, very good ward coverage coming down from Pr0tato Gaming Baked. And you know, I think we're seeing that this is a very common theme in the teams that are doing a good job, is that they're just making sure that they're keeping their ward coverage up. Now, if you watch the Season 3 finals, you remember there was kind of a strategy of just these roaming death squads. It was primarily a Korean strategy that they picked up, of just these roaming death squads. And essentially, it was just all about vision control. It was all about keeping the vision. Now, things did change a little bit with the advent of Sightstone, and there was a lot of ward changes, but essentially, vision control is a huge part of the game, and you really got to make sure you're keeping up with that. So definitely anybody listening who's currently in between games, Lose Lesser possibly going down. He instead turns it around on Freckles, kills him. Fizz going in with the ult onto Jaskin. Are they going to be able to pick him up? He's very tanky. It looks like he is going to go down, as well as Fizz. Fizz does go down as well. They're trying to catch up to Corki, but that's not a good idea. Corki is a really good person for hiding back. Now J-Dub, Wukong does go in, initiates. He does have them separated, but he is 2v1, so they're just going to simply take him down. They're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm not going to run from you. They're going to kill him. So Lose Lesser is going to go down to the support, Leona, and he's going to, Corki is going to go down to Trundle. So meanwhile, bot lane, Pr0tato is pushing the bot lane, going to get a lot of damage coming out. Let's see what items he has. He has an Infinity Edge and a Static Shiv, so he's really able to do quite a lot of damage. He actually just dives right into the turret, says, hey Leona, what are you doing? I'm going to kill you and jump out, because he's Tristana. That's what Tristana does. She sieges, she gets in, she gets out, takes what she wants, leaves. So very good play by Pr0tato right there. We see a teleport coming in from Wukong, possibly trying to catch Pr0tato. Instead, runs to the middle lane. Kind of got a little bit faked out there. I'm a little confused. Pr0tato just chills in the side bush and backs. Classic troll. Runs through the bush 10 seconds later. Not even close. Now, seems like, I'm not sure if they're just trying to ping, where they're trying to go for wards, or what exactly is going on. They, because they did have a lot of vision control in this area, but a lot of it dropped out. Now the GodFather's crew is walking up onto this pink ward. They are going to take it. It looks like they're trying to set up for a Baron. Now at this point in the game, Baron would be a really good thing for the GodFather's crew to have, but it's really a dangerous thing to do. When 5 members of both teams are up, and the enemy team has proven in a few different team fights that they're able to take advantage. So I think it would be better if they could try to maybe catch somebody off guard, but it just doesn't look like they have the ward coverage. This ward coverage is insane coming up here from Pr0tato Gaming Baked, doing a really good job of that. We have a Fizz ultimate coming down. He's going to get separated by the Trundle wall. Freckles, is he going to go down? He's been a constant, the first target, priority target. Jaskin possibly going down as well. Once again, escapes to the back. He's been managing to escape to the back. Is he going to try and fire from the back? No, he's just going to go back, try to heal up. And there is a game pause.
Yep.
And
it shouldn't be, too much longer. It's just that the power went out again over here.
Okay. It seems that there was a little bit of a power out. So we'll try to have that up as soon as it's ready, and we'll get that.